Welcome to our tutorial. In this video we will show you how to annotate interesting addresses with additional tags and highlight relevant payment paths. After following the money and building our case, we can highlight the interesting payment paths using the marker tool. Simply click on the marker icon in the upper right toolbar, select a color and label it. You can now select the shapes you wish to highlight. We will highlight the first path in red by clicking on the shapes to be marked. During an investigation it might be essential to trace several crypto asset flows. In our case, let's mark the second path in green. To undo the selection, click again on the same shape. To delete the markings, click on the delete icon next to the created label in the marker tool window area. Now let's add additional information to individual addresses or address clusters. You can do this by right-clicking and selecting Annotate. Here you can assign a label, which you can freely choose. You can add information pointing to the source where you obtained the information from. That can be a link or simply some freely chosen text describing the source. You can also categorize the address by choosing terms from a predefined taxonomy. Here we choose perpetrator, because the address is most likely controlled by the perpetrator organizing this sextortion campaign. We can also categorize the address by the type of abuse and choose from predefined terms. We choose extortion, as this describes this form of abuse most closely. Finally, we click on Save and can now see that our information was saved and is visible. To edit or delete the annotation, click again on Annotate Address and easily make your changes. After creating a graph using the Iknaio Pathfinder dashboard, you typically want to include it in some form of report. You can now download the visual graph representation as an image by clicking on the export function on the upper right toolbar, and choosing the graphics option. The graph will be downloaded to your computer as an image in a SVG format. Please keep in mind to export your case before closing the browser session, otherwise you will lose the results you have worked on up to that point. If you are uncertain how to do so, please watch our next tutorial on importing and exporting graphs. Iknaio Pathfinder was developed in close consultation with privacy and data protection experts. As a result, all your annotations stay with you in your browser and are by default, not shared with us or anyone else. That concludes our tutorial video on annotating investigations using Iknaio Pathfinder. For additional guidance and more video resources, kindly visit the documentation on our website.